I believe we have both equipped lifters and raw lifters out here today, so a good combination of both. Platform number 2, we still have everybody who has hit their openers. Good for them. Platform number 1, we're seeing the same thing. Not one person has made any failed attempts. And platform number 4, we have 2 individuals who unfortunately have not succeeded in their openers. Charlissa with a solid looking squat and waiting on the referees to give us a note whether that was completed or not. It was. We have 3 white lights for platform number 3. Lauren, who just completed her attempt on platform number 1, and all white lights. We're already on squat number 2, or second attempt squats on both platform 2 and platform 1. Platform 3 and 4 are on their first attempts still. We have a lot going on this morning, or this afternoon, with all of our 4 platforms being occupied. Elaine on platform number 1 with a solid walkout. She's wearing some lifting shoes versus other athletes that you'll see today are wearing a flat shoe. What are some of those differences, David, between a flat and a flat shoe versus a heeled shoe, and which one do you use?
Well, okay, so I use a Adidas AdiPower, which is a 0.75 inch heel. You'll see a lot of lifters digging the Jordans. They're flat, but they have a small rise in the back, actually. So a lot of lifters have been going with that as a flat shoe. I don't know if it's a trend or what, but I keep seeing them.
And Becca out there hitting a solid first attempt squat with 135 kilos on the bar. It's 297 pounds, and she weighs in at the 56 kilo weight class, guys. That is almost triple her body weight. Platform number 1, we have all of these ladies here today are in the 56 kilo weight class, it seems, and I could very well be wrong on that. Let's go ahead and check and confirm. We have some 56 kilo and then some 60 kilo ladies out here lifting, and of all ages as well. That's part of the reason that we're at Mega Nationals, right? So we have all weight classes and all ages lifting here, and also both raw and equipped athletes.
Yep, Thursday session today is mostly girls. Or actually, I actually think they're all girls today.
I believe so, yes sir. Platform number 3 for Elaine Luna with a solid squat on her second attempt squat, and all 3. She is the top set of our first flight there, and she was able to perform a successful attempt out of there.
A little bit up and down on platform number 1, so they did not give her that one.
And that's going to be a yellow card. So at the very bottom of our white lights, you can see, or the red light, there is an indicator displaying what exactly went wrong, or what the referee saw. And like David said, it was going to be an up and down motion on that bar for that yellow light. It's also if they don't follow the commands properly, and we went over this last session, but getting a recap here in a little bit is going to be helpful for all of us, especially for our new listeners.
Oh, definitely. And if you see a bar tilt, which a lot of us have, the bar can be tilted as long as it is all moving uniform. So as long as the bar itself does not go down, you can be tilted and still complete your squat.
So we have 3 different cards, 3 different opportunities for a disqualified movement. We have the squat, so we have the red card, which is failure to bend the knees and lower the body until the top surface of the legs at the hip joint are lower than the top of the knees. And so we have to make sure that the crease of the hip is lower than the top of the knee, and that would determine if they hit depth or not. So the side judges are able to determine that. You do have the front judge or the head judge who also can call this, and that is a point of contingency at points in time, depending on the athlete, depending on the perception there. Usually they try to give the athletes a benefit of the doubt, but it can be difficult from the front. That angle there can be a little deceiving.
Yep, a lot of that has to do with your quad insertions and actually your hip insertions as well, because that crease can really be hidden by the quad. And especially also if your singlet is a different color, it's hard for the judge to actually see where things are. And that's why the judges are positioned as critically as they are.
What I love seeing is ladies like our Master 3 lifter on platform number 3, Malanda French. She's lifting the 60 to 69 age group, and she is lifting 80 kilos, and she is weighing in at the 56 kilo marker. So nearly 30 kilos more, and a solid attempt. It didn't look like there was any up and down on the bar, and we shall see what the judges say. We have a 2-to-1 with a blue, which means failure to assume an upright position with the knees locked at the commencement and completion of the lift. There is also the double bouncing or more than one recovery attempt at the bottom of the lift or any downward movement during the ascent. So lots of different things there. We have 3 different qualifiers: either any up and down movement on the bar for a blue card, double bouncing, or the failure to lock out the hips and knees at the beginning and end of the movement.
Yep, and you'll usually see a lot of those blue cards handed out for the failure to lock out the knees at the end, because you get all excited that you're finished your squat and then you don't quite lock them up. It happens all the time in training. So you get to the platform and they see that they're soft, and then like, oh well, there it is. So
we have on platform number Lauren Harriman hitting a big 152 kilo, very nice grind out, good lockout, and she follows the rat command. So we shall see if she hit depth, and 3 white lights for her second attempt. I would say, I don't know, probably a 2.5 to 5 kilo jump on her next squat. Brianna Lenoy on platform number 2 with a solid walkout. Platform number 4, we have Patty taking her second movement, and it looks like a solid lift for Brianna on platform number 2. We have a couple athletes so far that are 2 for 2. The goal in powerlifting is that ideally we hit the highest total we can, right? But there's something to hitting all 9 for 9, being able to have proper selections of your scores or of your movements is going to be a skill in itself. Megan with a big grind there on her second squat with 155 kilos, and Laura both getting their movement, all 3 white lights. All you need to get a accomplished movement or have a successful movement is 2 white lights. You guys can follow us on Instagram at USAPL or at Ben Nevadas on Instagram. I have some questions up there. If you guys are more than welcome to ask us anything you'd like. If there's somebody you'd like to give a shout out to, go ahead and reach out to us, and we're happy to answer any questions you might have. Any specific questions about powerlifting?
Yep, ask away.
A successful attempt on platform number 3, and an unfortunate miss on platform number 2 from Mero Rosenfeld. She really grinded that one out.
Yep. Rack height was a little bit high on that one, so she was tiptoeing it out.
Platform number 4, we have Elena attempting her second attempt squat with a clean movement. There looked like some very nice vertical bar path on that movement there. Elena hit her second attempt squat, or a third attempt squat, and that'll complete her squats for the day. And she went 3 for 3. Good for her. Next, we have Elena Chen on platform number 1, and then after her, we will have Michelle Lynn. A successful attempt for Tara on platform number 2. So she is able to come away with a very successful squat day and will be moving on to the bench. Becca on platform number 3, getting in that right mind space there. Platform number 1, Elena Chen, big deep breath. Just really sinks that squat. We have some kyphosis, so a little bit of rounding of that upper back, but she's able to complete that movement. Suzanne on platform number 4 with a beautifully attempted second attempt. I've only seen, I think, 1 or 2 geared lifters thus far. 142 kilos for Becca, making it look easy. Michelle, platform number 1. Tersa St. Fort on platform number 2. Lorena Luna, platform number 3. And Ashley Haffenbreck on platform number 4. Very nice completed movement from Michelle. It looks like it was depth. It looked like it all moved well and not on depth. So she missed it. She got 2 reds, one from the head judge and one from her right side judge.
Yep, front judge saw it's that quad. You know, it looks high from the front, but it's definitely deep from the side. And I think a singlet actually plays a big role in a lot of that stuff.
I think you're right. Lorraine Luna hitting her second attempt squat at 150 kilos, nearly triple her body weight on her squat, and easily done. We're going to have another session here at about 6 o'clock PSC or 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. You guys are more than welcome to hop in and join us yet again for another session. Amber Joyce Gibson killing her third squat. 150 kilos on the bar, and on to Rebecca Nunes. Lynn Plague on platform number 4, and Bonnie on platform number 3. So close for Rose. She just couldn't quite get out of that hole, but did a wonderful job there. Just the yellow cards, just unable to complete the movement. We are nearing the end of our third attempt on our squats for platform number 1. For platform number 2, we have quite a few individuals missing attempts at 147.5 kilos. Next, we have some Mero. Hopefully, we can see some white lights on platform number 2. For platform 3, we have an almost completely green or all white lights or all successful movements for platform number 3 out here. We're starting at the top again with Kathy Little, while Tracy completes her third attempt at 115 kilos. Very nice. Kathy seems to have completed that squat. We shall see what the judges say. 1 red light from the head judge for depth, but overall a successful attempt for her. She gets to come away with a really quality day and moving on to the bench. We have narrow squats, we have wide squats. All of these things are dependent on the biomechanics and preferences of these lifters. Some main things to keep in mind or to look at are to see how the legs or how the knees are caving inwards or outwards. Ideally, we're pushing those knees out as aggressively as we can. We're going to see some valgus faults or some internal rotation faults, which is normal. It's common, especially when you're competing or attempting movements at a very high level. So these individuals are attempting weights that they've not touched before a lot of these times, and so we'll start having some deterioration of our form or our technique, which is normal. We are ideally prepared for that next big jump or that next PR or personal record, but sometimes our body will just deteriorate in form. Platform number 1, we have a miss, but those spotters and loaders do a really good job of keeping our athletes safe. So thank you to those guys out there helping us out today. Have you ever spotted and loaded, David?
Oh, I actually have not. I have not spotted and loaded.
It seems like a heck of a job.
Yep, I actually really, really admire how much work that they put in to spot and load. They're so fast, especially at nationals, because the pace is just actually astronomical.
I mean, we have 4 platforms going, and all of these guys, ideally, we're completing all platforms right about the same time. And so these guys are machines, hustling. Brianna with a beautiful third attempt squat, 157.5 kilos. Next, we have Gabriella Yardis with 120 kilos, and she's going to be for the second flights on platform number 2. Platform number 1, we have Megan Holbert, squat 360 kilos, guys, 160 kilos, 352 pounds, attempting at 56 kilos, and couldn't just quite get out of the hole, but good attempt overall. You'll also see these racks. You have what's called an in rack or an out rack, and sometimes you have these athletes who will only do one side in or out. And what that is whenever it allows the athlete to walk out a little bit easier and not hit those racks. These are Texas Strength System racks, and so we want to thank them as well for creating these racks for this meet specifically and shipping them out here for us, and we wouldn't be able to do it without them. Really awesome attempt from Patty over there on platform number 3. Really quality third attempt selection there. Gabriella with a successful attempt over on platform number 2 to start flight 2. And to start flight 2 on platform number 1, we have Queen Sai Lee with 127.5 kilos. She is competing in the 60 kilo weight class. To finish off squats on platform number 3, we have Laura Sue, third attempt squat with 130 kilos on the bar, and does a really good job of finishing out that movement. Good solid rack command, and done. Queen with a easy first attempt squat over there. Squat 1 on platform number 2 with Karen Joy. And platform number 3, we have a state record attempt. We have a state record attempt from Miss Stewart. And our screen's cut off ever so slightly, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my little form here and check exactly the correct name for platform number 4. Platform number 1, we have May attempting her first attempt. Beautifully done. Something very easy again. It's something that we want to be able to triple inside of the gym or inside training. Something you should be able to do for 3 reps is something that we want to be able to get out here and use as our opener. And then from there, depending on the athlete, they have different attempts that they like to take. Sometimes you'll have athletes who take a 5 kilo jump, a 10 kilo jump. You even see 15 to I've never really seen a 20, I don't think.
Oh, 20 on a jump between like opener and second?
Yeah.
Usually whenever you see like a 20 kilo jump, they're usually pulling or they're squatting at least in the 5s. I have seen actually a lot of people lately that have been even squatting in the 4s and jumping 20 kilos. They'll take their opener really light on purpose, and then they'll jump really high if they know that something is there.
Very cool. Ashley Haffenbrack back on platform number 4 with 140 kilos. Riley Stewart was the state record attempt on platform number 4, who absolutely killed it. Platform 3, you have Becca, who was able to achieve a successful third attempt at 147.5 kilos. Big squat for her today. Linda, and I cannot pronounce that last name, and if you want to try David, then you're more than welcome to, but Linda on platform number 1 with 142.5 kilos or 314 pounds of the bar. For those commercial gym goers, that is pretty much 3 plates, 3 45-pound plates on each side. Miss Wynn on platform number 3 was able to get a successful third attempt of 147.5 kilos, and on to Lorraine Luna for the last couple lifters here on platform number 3 and 4. Suzanne Hartwick Gary on platform number 4, our final lifter for our first flights. She is going to be attempting an American record here, guys. An American record for Miss Suzanne. She is competing in the Masters 2, ages 50 to 59, and she is weighing 56 kilos. She is a women's raw pro athlete. Lorraine on platform number 3 with a solid walkout. 1, 2, 3 steps. Quite efficient of a walkout there. Big deep breath in through the belly. We want that diaphragmatic breath. And hips down, break the knees, and solid drive through the middle of that foot. Suzanne really grinding it out there, and she knows she's got it. Look at her go. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see what the judges say. And all white lights.
I'm pretty sure Suzanne actually held the record before. I think she holds multiple records in that class.
Very cool. On platform number 2, we have an unfortunate miss on depth, but that's okay. Joey Flex over there at the very back asking the judges just to confirm what the rationale was for the red lights when it was depth. It was depth.
Yeah, and with a lot of these, the side judges will sit, and the rule says they can sit wherever they would like, somewhere on the side, of course, and you'll see that some of these judges actually choose to sit almost behind the platform, which, I don't know about you, but that's kind of hard to actually see the crease from all the way back there. So, that might have something to do with that.
Without a doubt. And I did not know that they could place their chairs wherever they wanted to, but that's a good note.
They're allowed to sit wherever and to get the quote-unquote best view possible. You'll see even on deadlifts, they will actually all be in front of you sometimes, or you'll see someone on the side. They just pick, and where they pick is what they see, and that's the biggest part of competing in general, is seeing where the referees are sitting, because you're gonna realize really quickly what they can very possibly see. And if they're sitting back there, I don't know about you, I squat pretty right there. That would not be a lot of fun for me. So.
Frida de la Peña completing her attempt on platform number 1. Tiara Howard attempting 145 kilos on platform number 2. And Rebecca Holland with an opener of 110 kilos competing in the Masters 1 age category. Tiara would look like with a successful lift, a blue card, which, let's go ahead and refer back to our handbook here. Blue card is going to be up and down of that bar, or
right judge is motioning up and down on her side. So from her perspective, the bar did go up and down, and it was at the top. So when she got to the top, the bar shook some, and that is what the blue light came from.
There you go. Qing Zai Li on platform number 1 with squat number 2, 137 kilos on the bar. Very wide stance here and successful attempt there. Very nice. Let's see what the judges say, and yes, 3 white lights. Platform number 2, we're having a little bit iffy of a walkout for Miss Kaylee Loriega, but let's see if she's able to complete this attempt. This is her first squat and makes it look like butter, 120 kilos, and she is lifting with TSS, or Texas Strength Systems. That is the team that she is affiliated with. Platform number 4, we have Judy Drenth with an opening squat of 92.5 kilos, lifting in the Masters 3 category, ages between 60 and 69. She is in the 60 kilo weight class. She gets the squat command with a big bomb squat there, able to keep those knees externally rotated, which means good activation of the glute medius, or the glutes. May was able to complete her attempt on platform number 1, getting all 3 white lights. Julie Adams on platform number 3, a solid walkout, 1, 2, 3 step walkout. She is in those flats. And questionable on the depth on this one. Let's see what the judges say. 2 red lights from the side judges. It was a little short. her coach will be back there with her, letting her know that she needs to sink it a little bit more because they have a narrow stance when they're squatting. They have more distance they need to travel, and so it depends on your biomechanics, like David was saying earlier. It depends on the insertion of your hip and how your quads are shaped, but generally you're going to have a more distance to travel with a narrow stance. Platform number 2, we have Danielle Risnick attempting 127.5 kilos, 287 pounds.
Sleeveless.
And sleeveless, good point. Those sleeves help keep the knees warm while these athletes are back there waiting for their attempt, and also provide some support, some stability around the knees as well.
Yep, the greatest thing that sleeves actually do is they provide this global compression, and many lifters actually will claim they get pounds out of their sleeves. The reality is you're not getting a whole lot out of it, but your knee being stable holds a very high value to actually being able to produce power out of that. So the stability is actually creating what you foresee or see as power.
Amy Madison on platform number 3, Gabriella on platform 2, Hannah on 1, and getting some warm-up squats, it seems, in there, adding that belt. Platform number 4, we have Tammy. All platforms loaded, and let's hope all platforms get a successful attempt. Unfortunately for Grace, we did not get a successful attempt there, so she did a yellow card. It's kind of a catch-all card. She most likely did not follow commands appropriately, or somebody touched the bar. There's lots of, it's kind of a catch-all. Amy, which a successful attempt. Hannah with a successful attempt. Which long? Look at how long her hair is. That's very long hair.
Yep. She'll have to tie it up for bench.
She will.
Yep, absolutely.
All of the weights on the bar are given to us and sponsored by Rogue. Get you some really quality plates, either bumper plates that they bounce when you hit them on the ground for the weightlifters, or whenever you're doing some movements that will require more power development, or what you're seeing out on our platforms today. These are our competition plates, and these guys will have access to on their website.
Yep, Rogue's actually started out as a weightlifting company, and then powerlifting actually went boom in 2016, and population of powerlifting tripled, I'd say quadrupled each year, and Rogue was one of the first companies to really blow it up for powerlifting, actually.
We have a huge squat coming up on platform number 3, 200 kilos for an open competitor. She is a 60-kilo powerlifter, and she is going to have 440 pounds on the bar. That's 3 reds, a green, a 2.5 kilo plates. Platform number 4, we have Melissa Mitchell with her opening attempt at 120 kilos. Platform number 2, we have Martha Salaya. And on platform number 3, we have a geared lifter. So she is wearing wraps and a deadlift suit along with a belt and wrist wraps. She is lifting in Converse, a flat shoe. Big, deep diaphragmatic breath, getting those hips low, and successful attempt is what it looks like from here. 2 to 1, 1 red light called for depth. And Allie on platform number 2 got a successful attempt on her. We have platform number 4. We have an attempt for Angela, who is opening up with an American record here. It looked a little high from the front. We shall see what the judges say. And 3 red lights for depth. Queen Lee on platform number 1 with 145 kilos in the bar, 319 pounds. Gets her squat command and just unable to get it out of the hole there. Solid attempt. Stacy Metcalf. And that did not pronounce
Metcalf.
that.
Metcalf.
Metcalf. There you go. Thank you, David. It went ahead and attempted her second attempt at 65 kilos and got all white lights. Platform number 1 is loaded with May Angeli Sagul with 145 kilos on the bar and an easy third attempt squat. She could be conserving for bench or deadlift, but really quite a conservative squat there for her third attempt.
You know, it's her first nationals, so definitely coming in real conservative, but smoking everything.
Especially for your first time, I feel like being more conservative is probably the right thing to do. Tiara unfortunately missed her attempt at her second attempt squat, but those spotters and loaders did a really good job of catching that one.
Absolutely.
Rebecca Holland with a successful attempt. No, 2-1. So side judges said that she did not hit depth, unfortunately. Kimberly Sparks. Woo. Scary there. She never let go of the bar, so it wasn't an intentionally just dropping out the bar, which she could be disqualified for, but it was not intentional.
Yeah, great job by the spotters.
Great
Literally
job.
just caught it in the air.
Yeah. And these guys are catching stuff all day from all lifters, and I mean, these guys are getting a workout all darn day. It is pretty insane. These guys go home or go to their hotel rooms and freshen up for the next day to watch more people and save more people every single session.
Yeah, I actually saw a lot of these spotters are doing multiple sessions, so like I'm pretty sure this guy right here is doing all 3 sessions. So they're here all day.
That's insane. Hannah Jenny on platform number 1, attempting her third attempt at 155 kilos. She is weighing in at 60 kilos, guys. A little more than double her body weight, 341 pounds, getting her a little bit more of a low bar squat here and wearing an A7 singlet. A7 is one of our sponsors. You can buy singlets with them, t-shirts, lifting wraps and straps and things of the sort. What a really quality company. And unfortunately unable to come away with that, Hannah. Maybe next time. Platform number 2 has Gabriela Dardis. And platform number 3 with Serena Arave. Tammy on platform number 4. A solid second attempt for Serena on platform number 2. And an unfortunate, unsuccessful attempt for platform number 1 with Gabriela. Tammy also unfortunately was unable to hit depth on platform number 4. Linda on platform number 1 in an SBD singlet. Getting her feet right. Also with a little bit lower bar position. Not nearly as low as Danielle on platform number 2. But a solid squat for Linda. And she knows it. 2-1. Got the movement on to bench for her. Danielle, again, sleeveless, but able to come away with a solid third attempt squat. All white lights for her. Kaylee Loriega on platform number 3. Able to hit depth and make it look easy. A little scary on that ascent there. It's almost so fast that she came up onto the toes, and that also could be she is possibly more quad dominant than she is glute dominant or posterior chain dominant. So then whenever she's completing her movement, she kind of wants to move over into the toes where the front of the body is, where the quads are. And that's typical for people who are more quad dominant. The way you fix that is just by making sure that your glutes and your hamstrings are have equal strength in comparison to your quads. Platform number 2, unfortunately, good catch from the spotters. Karen does not come away with a successful third attempt, but that is okay. She's onto the bench. She's in the meets. That's all that matters. Platform number 3 has Amy Mason with 135 kilos in the bar. Good descent. It looks like that's definitely at depth. Now if she can come away with it, and she says yes and gets the rack command, we shall see what the judges say. And all white lights from the judges. She knew it. Jessica on platform number 1. Grace on platform number 2. Crystal on number 4. Beautiful squat from Jessica. Unfortunate squat for Grace, but she's in the meet onto bench, and Crystal gets the squat command. It looks like she hits depth from the front and able to come away with a successful attempt. Jennifer on platform number 3, attempting her second squat with 147.5 kilos on the bar. Jennifer is our last of the second attempt squats. Second to last of our second attempt squats on platform number 3. Next, we're going to have Skyley Sears, who will be attempting a huge 210 kilo squat. Platform number 4 has Melissa Mitchell with 127.5 kilos. Good descent, definitely hits depth there, and was able to come away with what looks like a successful attempt. Platform number 1 is moving on to bench. They are completed with squats. It looked like we were able to come away with everybody making it into the bench. We have most people, or our last 3 lifters there, hit all 3 of their final attempts. So again, kind of making sure that they get the most out of their total here. Jessica went 3 for 3. Frida de la Peña went 3 for 3. And so did May Argos Sagil. Went 3 for 3, ending with 145 kilos on the bar. Platform number 3 has Skyley Sears with 3 reds and a yellow. 2.5 on the bar, 210 kilos. She's an equipped pro athlete and able to come away with what looked like a successful attempt. We'll see what the judges say. 2-1 called for depth. The front judge gave her a red for depth. Platform number 4 going to the top with Karen Baldwin with her third attempt on the squat. Martha Salaya also on her third attempt, 145 kilos. Solid walkout from Karen. Gets the squat command. Looks like she's able to come away with depth and was able to follow all commands. And 2-1, she's good to go. Martha Salaya, what also looks like a completed squat, we shall see, and all white lights. There's going to be a 10-minute break in between movements, so platform number 1 has 10 minutes before they're going to start bench. We can move our focus to platforms 2 through 4. Stacy on platform number 3, and just ever so slightly not there. Kimberly on platform number 4 with a nice solid walkout. She is lifting on our Masters 2 class, 50 to 59. Still moving. Good for her. There you go. And gets the rack command. Good job. Now we have Tiara, who had a scary attempt, her last attempt. Hopefully she cleans it up this time. She was able to talk to her coach, kind of come back and figure out what was wrong and correct it for her final attempt. Rebecca on platform number 3 going to clean up, and Tiara killed that one. So whatever she did, whenever she went to go fix, she did it right. Rebecca Holland on platform number 3 is going to be attempting 117.5 kilos. A little questionable on depth, but we'll see what the judges say. Tammy on platform number 4. And yes, unfortunately, she did not come away with a successful attempt there because of depth on platform number 3. Brooke Reynolds has 50 seconds to get to the bar, and here she comes. You need to receive the squat command in the minute time frame. It does not need to be completed in the minute time frame. You just need to have the squat command given within that minute. And she's unable to come away with her squat. Julie Adams on platform number 3 with 127.5 kilos on the bar, 2 reds and a cookie. I call them cookies, but they're 1.25 kilos is the actual weight, but I call them cookies.
Yep, cookies and chips.
Cookies and chips.
Absolutely.
A couple of my friends and I used to have like terms for all of them. It's like those are called cookies, these are called chips, those are called pizzas and deep dishes, and all the crazy things was way back in the day. American record attempt for Judy, and she is able to be successful, and now an American record holder. Look at Judy killing it out there. She just set an American record just a little while ago, and like you were saying earlier, she carries a lot of those American records for that weight class and age group.
Absolutely.
Next, we have platform number 3 with Serena Arave with 137.5 kilos on the bar, more than double her body weight on the squat. Able to sink it and just unable to come away with it today. Maybe next time. Platform number 4, Anita was able to successfully complete her 3rd attempt. And platform number 2 is completed with squat. We have 5 minutes for platform number 1. We have 10-minute timer starting for platform number 2 once the bench is set up. Platform number 3, we have Kaylee Loriega attempting 140 kilos. Again, lifting for Texas Strength Systems, who also supplied us the rack. So we are currently lifting on today. After Kaylee, we have Amy Mason. And on platform number 4, we have Michelle Moe with 110 kilos in the bar. She gets the squat command. And I didn't see too much downward movement. I don't know if I saw any downward movement, but we'll see what the judges say. That's 2-1 for downward movement.
Yep, sometimes the judges will see your body move down, but the bar won't move down, and sometimes there's a dispute there because your body can actually move down as long as the bar does not move down.
And Kaylee almost just, we were talking about earlier how she was moving onto those toes, got very close there on her walkout, and just wasn't able to stand up with it correctly. And unfortunately, it's going to be a red light for her, but at least she's safe. The spotters and loaders did a really good job there, keeping track of making sure that they were okay. You can see the back spotter here is talking to his fellow spotters and loaders, making sure that they're all on the right page, all communicating, and they're all moving at the same pace, making sure that they're taking care of our lifters out here today. Crystal gets her squat command on platform number 4. Excellently rotating those knees, doing a really good job, and just couldn't come away with it today. Ever so close. We're rounding out here on platforms number 3 and 4 as well, catching up to 1 and 2. Platform number 3 currently has Amy Mason on it, and she is doing solid so far. She is still in the meet, so this is just to pad in that total. She made a 5 kilo jump here, and 5 kilo was a good call. She knew it. Good job. 7.5 kilo jump from 127.5 to 135, and then to finish off with 140. Good job, Amy. Next, we have Jennifer Soder with 145 kilos in the bar. She missed her attempt at 142.5, but did make a 2.5 kilo jump, and we shall see where she goes. Most likely to confirm some positioning for her in the future, most likely competing for a spot. Skyley Sears with 210 kilos on the bar, following her in just a couple of seconds. Angela on platform number 4, attempting her third attempt on squat with 135 kilos on the bar, 297 pounds. Jennifer looking like she's going to be able to come away with that squat. Come on, Jennifer, let's get it out of there.
Oh,
and
almost.
really good fight, but unfortunately just not there today. And that's going to go ahead and finish us off for platform number 3 for bench, for squat. And platform number 4 as well. I'm going to go and check, let's see what the score sheet says on how platform number 4 finished off here. We had a Melissa Mitchell came away with 135 kilos on the bar and able to be 3 for 3. And it looks like we only have 1 bomb out from squats on platform number 4 with Angela. Maybe next time, Angela. So unfortunately, Angela cannot qualify for a final total. She can still complete the meet if she would like to. She can finish her bench, she can finish her deadlift. Her total will not count for the platform.
Yep, and whenever you have 4 platforms like this running, we all start at the same time, and you're probably wondering why, 2 platforms are still going while, the first 2 were run relatively fast. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that you have some equipped lifters in the section below, and for platforms 3 and 4, what happens is there's more weight actually lifted, and it takes more time to load, and that usually compounded with every lifter actually is why we're getting like this 3 to 4 minute discrepancy.
And super awesome for Skyley Sears. She was able to come away with that 210 kilos. She made a 10 kilo jump from her first to second attempt from 200 to 210, and then was unable to achieve a successful attempt on her second try at 210 kilos, but then went ahead and moved forward with 210 on her third attempt and came successful. Good job, Skyley. We have about 30 seconds right before platform number 1 starts, 6.5 minutes for platform 2, about 10 minutes for platform 3, and 9 and change for platform number 4. Make sure you guys tune in live on YouTube. Obviously, if you're here, share it with your friends, your family, keep people involved, post it on your story. It helps grow the platform. It helps bring some attention to our athletes. Hopefully we can start growing the amount of influence that these athletes are able to carry with them. The sport has definitely grown, and the idea is we continue to grow it, and we cannot do it without your help. So share, like, subscribe, do all the things. We greatly appreciate it. A huge thank you to all of the referees, all of the athletes out here. I mean, everybody who showed up, and thank you to all the family members who are here to support your loved ones. We appreciate the fact that you're taking time out of your day to tune in and watch, or to listen, whatever it may be. I know your athletes really appreciate it. And here we go, the Elaine Chen on platform number 1, starting us off on bench. And she has 70 kilos on the bar. So we have an individual who's giving a handoff here, and so this person is making sure that the person on the bench gets the bar out over their chest in a locked out position as they need. So there's usually, you'll see a lot of these athletes commentating or talking to their individual who's giving them the handoff and communicating on what exactly they're looking for, and how that the handoff individual can give the best possible handoff and give them the best opportunity they can. We have Amber Joy Jepson on platform number 2 with a full red and collar on the bar, which is a total of 165 pounds on the bar. Same thing here. She needs to make sure she gets the press command before the minute time is up, not completing the movement within the minute mark. And a beautiful press. And we shall see all white lights. We have a wide variance of lifting here today in the bench. We're starting off at 70 kilos. We just finished watching 75 kilos going all the way up to 92.5 kilos, which we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3 individuals lifting 92.5 kilos in the 60 kilo weight class. Some of these ladies are weighing in at 54 kilos, 55 kilos, not completely filling out their weight class. But here we have 75 kilos on the bar for Miss Aviel Liu. I'm sorry if I butchered that. 75 kilos and a successful attempt for her there. The next jump, as you can see, was a 2.5 kilo jump to 77.5 kilos. We have 3 minutes. For platform number 3, 7.5 minutes for platform number 3. Platform number 2 is 2.5 minutes. And platform number 4 will be starting in just shy of 6 minutes. Here you can see Helena talking to the individual, her back spotter, the person giving her the handoff, how exactly she's wanting it done. The largest or the widest legal width here is going to be the index finger covering the ring, or the separation of the knurling. Very nice press command and rack. Whoever her head judge is, they're giving some really fast press commands, which can be a godsend at times.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you'll see that it's very different between each judge, and it's all how they see it. So if it's motionless at the top, they're allowed to give the start command, and then motionless at the bottom, and so on and so forth. And one of the biggest things that I've seen at these national meets is if your judge is consistently fast on the press commands, he continues to be consistently fast, and if he's holding you for a while, he's more than likely to hold you for a while on each one. So that is one of the biggest resounding things at national meets that you will see that you will not always see at a local level.
Lauren Harriman on platform number 1, attempting 90 kilos on the bar here. 198 pounds. Getting ready here for platform number 2. The bar is loaded. They're waiting for the athlete, Tara Thomas, for platform number 1. Sorry, for platform number 2.
Yep, slightly longer start command for that because you see some shifting of the feet. The judges have to wait until you're completely motionless and the bar is out and your elbows are locked. So they are checking a multitude of things, and when all those things are set, then the judge is allowed to give the start command.
If you guys like this kind of commentary and things, you guys can more than welcome to listen in to Two White Lights, which is a USAPL or Powerlifting affiliated podcast. You can also tune in to the Ben Nevadas podcast, which we host on average once a week. Platform number 1, we have Michelle Lynn. My podcast is not powerlifting specific entirely, just success specifics. We bring athletes, we bring on Olympic athletes, powerlifting athletes, and people from all walks of life, and we talk to them about their own paths to success and how we can replicate those paths in our own lives. Megan Hurlbert on platform number 1, Tara Thomas on platform number 2 to get platform number 2 rolling. She's attempting 70 kilos as her opener. She's a raw lifter using lifter shoes to give her just a little bit more leg drive.
Yeah, it's interesting. I actually did not see her use those shoes for squats. So, and that is actually a Adidas Leistung, which I actually don't believe that they produce anymore, but that is a 1-inch heel. So maybe there's something to keeping her full foot flat on that she is taking advantage of.
That's a good memory there, sir. Rebecca on platform number 1 with 92.5 kilos. And platform number 2, Jacqueline De Luna gets the star command down to her chest. Nice solid hold and a solid press command and rack. Seems like a solid opening attempt there. All white lights indeed. Rebecca Nunes on platform number 1 with a big arch, really getting those feet really far back, which means she has some quality flexibility in her quads. Down to the chest, nice solid hold and press. Beautifully executed.
Yep. So you'll actually notice each of these lifters is conversing with their liftoff person, because at nationals and actually at the state level now, after I think about it, you are not afforded your own liftoff person. So you're meeting this person for the first time and you're essentially telling them kind of how you like it.
And you don't get to decide if they're good or bad.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's just luck of the draw.
You know, they try and get someone good, but you know, if you're really particular or you want them to push it out really far, then you know that person can very well miss that spot. So one of the most important things I'd say, if you are asking for a liftoff, which you don't have to get one, it's your choice, is to be consistent with where you're sliding in and make sure that you give them an easier time, if anything.
That's a good point.
Being less picky, I'd say.
That's a good point. Elaine Chen on platform number 1 with what looks like a successful attempt with a red and a 2.5 on the bar. That is a really good point. I never really thought about making sure that you slide in at the same place to give that other individual a consistent place where they're taking the bar out to too. That's kind of cool.
Yep, most liftoff people, and usually at nationals, they'll make sure that they get the best liftoff person out of the rest of the spotters, you know, in order to give you the best chance. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, a liftoff person can only be so good, and if you slide in and make it easy on them, then that's half the battle really for most of them.
Platform number 4 starting up. Platform number 3 just slightly behind. Amber Joy Gibson with a 2-1 on her bench, and we're going to go ahead and review for those that are new to the live the different cards that you'll see for the bench press. And so because we just saw yellow, I'm going to go ahead and go over the yellow card. It is heaving or sinking the bar after it has been motionless on the chest or abdominal area in such a way to aid the lifter. Failure to observe the chief referee's signals at the commencement, during, or completion of the lift. Any change in the elected lifting position during the lift proper, i.e. any raising of the head, shoulders, or butt from the original points of contact with the bench, or any lateral movements of the hands on the bar or raising of the feet.
So a lot of description there, and that is actually what makes bench one of the most difficult lifts to complete out of the 3. It has the most judge input as well, so if you're really good at benching, you have to be really prepared for these rules. And you know, sometimes if it is your better lift, you're not at so much of an advantage, I'd say. if the judges are giving you a long start command and this is your lift, then it can cut into things for sure.
That is correct. Helena on platform number 1, Tersa St. Fort on platform number 2 with a successful attempt there from what it looked like on our end. And then Bonnie on platform number 3 starting off platform number 3 with a full white or 5 kilo plate on the bar. And then Megan Schilling on platform number 4 with a successful attempt. All of these are still on their openers, other than platform number 1, who is on their second attempts. Lauren Harriman is using some foot placements or some lifters for the feet. And David, can you go ahead and elaborate on what those guys are used for?
Sure. There are actually, I think, 3 different types of boxes that you can use in varying heights, and essentially the rule is your butt has to be on the bench. Some of these lifters, most of them are simply shorter, or they have shorter tibias, and getting their butt on the bench is actually more difficult. And since the rule states that we just need to have our feet flat, what you'll see is a lot of these shorter lifters actually using the blocks because it allows them to keep their feet flat. And so you'll see a bunch of different types of blocks. The most common one are these red ones that you are seeing. I think those are about 2 inches.
And
So
that's on platform number 2.
yep. So you got heels and a 2-inch block. You'll notice a lot of these lifters like to create really large arches, but their tibias are shorter, and that's what allows them to get their butt down.
Melinda French on platform number 3, attempting 35 kilos on the bar. You know, one difference between weightlifting and powerlifting is our women lift on a 25 or a 20 kilo bar just like our men do. There is no women's bar versus men's bar, which in a weightlifter's competition, the bar is just ever so slightly. I think it's 15 kilos rather than 20, and it's also more narrow. So that's just a key note here. In powerlifting, we do not differentiate.
Yep, you will actually see a lot of girls that are lifting on this 29 millimeter bar. They actually have to train some sort of grip or something because of this individual difference.
97.5 kilos on the bar for Michelle Lynn on platform number 1. Jodel.
Oh,
Jodel. Thank you, sir. Jodel Patino on platform number 2 is 77.5 kilos on the bar, lifting well above her body weight. Platform number 3, we have Dee Dee. And with a successful attempt there at 40 kilos. Platform number 4, we have Suzanne Hartwick, who's coming out with 65 kilos in the bar. Rebecca Nunes with her second attempt. She got a successful 92.5 kilo attempt. She is jumping 5 kilos to 97.5, where she is unable to come away with it. It could be setup, it could be hydration, it could be multiple factors. We'll see if she can come back on the next attempt here. Platform number 2, we have Jacqueline De Luna attempting her second attempt.
Yeah, one of the biggest things I've noticed with a lot of these bench presses is you will notice that the lifter's palm will be facing up whenever the bar is unracked, but whenever they go to press, you will see them actually lose that position of their palm, and they'll actually directionalize the bar away, and that's actually the hardest part, I'd say, of these type of benches, is actually keeping that palm up.
On platform number 1, we have Elaine Chen taking her third attempt to finish off our first flight on platform number 1. She has 80 kilos on the bar. She is competing with Reformance FR/O-O. Brianna on platform number 2 is 77.5 kilos. She has 50 seconds to get to the bar. Platform number 3, we have Laura Sue with 67.5, and Alana on platform number 4, attempting 70 kilos. Amber Joy taking her third attempt on platform number 1. Brianna with a huge arch on platform number 2. A little bit more narrow of a grip. Platform number 3, Laura Sue with an easy opening attempt. These athletes are coming off of just finishing squats, and so they are a little bit more fatigued. They're a little tired after they just went ahead and attempted some big squats here. So some of these, one thing to consider when they're selecting their third attempts on their squats is, am I going to be able to come back and perform my best for my bench and my deadlift as well? Because there's only 10 minutes between. There's not necessarily enough time to entirely rehydrate between these movements. So in the back, these athletes a lot of times are eating, my go-to is always Sour Patch Kids. So a simple carbohydrate, something super sweet, gets you a lot of glycogen into your, or glucose into your body as fast as you can. And Rose on platform number 2, which would look like a successful attempt, and waiting for those judges. 2-1, yellow card on platform number 2. Lorraine Luna on platform number 3, a self unrack, start command, and big easy press. Look at that. Platform number 4 also had a solid 4th attempt for Allie. And Helena on platform number 1, also with a successful 3rd attempt. Looks like Lauren Harriman is out of number 3 session, or on platform number 1. Lauren is not taking her 3rd attempt on her bench. It could be for fatigue, it could be because a possible injury, a whole plethora of reasons why she would not be taking that 3rd attempt to conserve energy for the deadlift, because she knows she's a better deadlifter and she wants to conserve that energy, whatever her rationale may be.
Absolutely, and a lot of lifters actually, they'll realize that 2.5 isn't worth trying, and then they just take that extra time. Like you said, this meet is going really fast, probably faster than definitely faster than a local meet level type of speed, so maybe she's trying to conserve some energy for those deadlifts.
Semra on platform number 2 with a big grind, see if she can get it all the way out. It looks like she was able to lock out those wrists, or lock out those elbows, and all white lights for her. Good job. We have Becca on platform number 3 up next, and Ashley, just kidding, Lynn on platform number 4. Ashley just went ahead and got a successful attempt on platform number 4. Unfortunately, Megan was not able to come away with her 3rd attempt, but she did get 2, so she's coming away doing all right. Rebecca is up next with 97 kilos on the bar, 97.5. She missed 97.5 kilos on the attempt before this, so we shall see where she goes from here. Platform number 2, we have Mero Rosenfeld with a huge 90 kilo bench in the 56 kilo weight class, and able to complete it is what it looks like. Let's see what the judges say about the elbows. And 2-1 blue for some motion up and down on the bar, but 2-1 is all you need, so she is in for the deadlift. Charissa on platform number 3 got all white lights. Next is going to be Bonnie Triolo. Elizabeth Haas on platform number 4 has 40 seconds to take her movement. Michelle Lynn on platform number 1 attempting 102.5 kilos, 225 pounds on the bar. That's 2 45-pound plates, guys, and she's only weighing 56 kilos. She weighed in at 55.45, just shy, 54.83 actually. This is a huge bench, a long press command there, and unable to come away with it. It is okay. She did come away with 97.5 kilos at attempt before, and Rebecca was able to come away with 97.5 after missing it on her 2nd attempt. That is extremely difficult for some athletes.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a psyche, you know, you just, you know that you just failed that movement and you're going to come back and it's on the bars. It can be, a little intimidating sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. It can definitely get in your head a little bit, because, it's like you're talking about failing a lift, and then you have to go through the entire start command all over again. I'm fixated on the start command. I mean, for me, it always feels like forever, and I get set as fast as I can, and it still feels like forever.
I mean, I think when you're on that platform, everything feels like it's forever,
Dude, for real.
And then you go back and look at the video and you're like, really? Is that it?
Yep.
A successful attempt on platform number 3 with a very fast press command on platform number 3. Something to keep note of as a watcher or listener. Look at how fast these press commands are coming up and how the variance between these guys. Sometimes it's just luck of the draw. Brianna Lenoy on platform number 2. Melinda French on platform number 3. And on platform number 4, Patty. Platform number 1, we have Linda attempting 75 kilos or 165 kilos on the bar, 1 red, and unfortunately we got red lights on platform number 3, and it looked like a combination of things there for her, for Melinda.
Actually, I haven't seen it in a while, so some lifters will actually chalk their butts, and I actually never really understood why they would do that for bench.
You know, the person I was with this last session said the same thing. You know, there's a rationalization for the upper back, for the chest. You don't want it to slide so much, but you do see it a lot with the buttock, and I don't really understand it either.
I think the last person that did it, I think they told me that it's something for the judge to look at, or something like that, or there was something with the butt making contact with the bench that the chalk helped with, but it was pretty interesting actually. But you'll see a lot of lifters do a lot of different things. I've even seen some lifters enter the platform from behind and then they'll actually swing into it, and so there's just a million different ways and things that people do and that are still within the rules to help them complete their lift.
A lot of it is that mental psyche we were talking about earlier. Some people just have a certain way of going about things, and you know, I used to wear the same pair of underwear, the
lucky
same
underwear.
Socks. Yeah,
yes.
Lucky underwear, lucky socks.
Underwear.
And so we all have those weird things that we all have, whether it's walking in from one specific part of the platform, or I know songs. There are certain songs I would listen to on my headphones before a squat or a bench. We all have those little quirks.
Oh, definitely. Yep. Pacing on the deadlift, maybe standing on the left side first. All different kinds of things, actually.
And a successful attempt over here on platform number 3 for Win. Platform number 2, we have Rose Wong attempting 85 kilos for a third attempt and able to grind it out. A very nice attempt. We have not seen a successful attempt on platform number 2 in a couple movements, so it's nice to see somebody come away with a good one there. We have platform number 4 with Suzanne Hartwick Gary. Gets the press command or start command and gets the press. An easy rack. It looked like that was going to be a successful attempt for her there, and it was. Platform number 3, we have Laura Sue with another easy bench. Hannah Jenny on platform number 1 starting us off on first attempt benches over there, and she did move her hair out of the way like we were talking about earlier. Platform number 2, Samara was not able to come away with that bench there. Tersa St. Ford is going to come away with going to attempt a 90 kilo bench, 198 pounds for her third attempt at bench. Jessica Tesoro on platform number 1, Lorraine Luna on platform 3, Tersa St. Fort on platform 2, and Allie Stewart on platform 4. And it's Riley Stewart. I apologize. Riley Stewart on platform number 4. Frida de la Peña on platform number 1. Unfortunately, we had up and down movement on the bar for platform number 2. Becca Dyson on platform 3, attempting 85 kilos on the bar. She is competing with Team Craftsmanship. State record for Riley here on platform number 4, and looked like some downward movement on the bar there. We shall see if the refs call it. And unfortunately, yes, they did. 3 red lights for up and down on the bar. May was able to come away with 3 white lights on platform number 1. I actually don't think that was May. I think May is the one that's next. It was Frida de la Peña, who was able to come away with a successful attempt of 90 kilos. Next is May with 95 kilos on the bar for her first attempt, or her opener. We have our first geared bencher over here with a low-cut collar. You can see that it's a low-cut collar by looking at the blue collar on platform number 4 from Miss Ashley Haffenbrack. Her husband also lifts. I think he's an 83-kilo lifter, so that means he'll be lifting tomorrow. Tiara Howard, platform number 2. Qing Zai Lee on platform 1. Charissa Ickle on platform number 3. A very fast press command. Platform number 3 is getting some good ones out there, and a successful attempt for her there. Did you see if Haffenbrack was able to complete her 4th attempt over there? And let's see. She was unable to complete that attempt at 110 kilos, but a good shot. Starting off, platform number 4 is going to be Lynn Plig for the final rounds of bench for the first flight. Platform number 1 has Linda there, and she is going to be attempting 80 kilos on the bar. We have a couple more lifters for platform number 1. We still have 2nd attempts and 3rd attempts to complete, and then we're going to take a break for deadlifts. Unfortunately, Megan nor Bonnie were able to come away with successful attempts on platforms number 2 or 4. Wishing them the best for this next attempt here. We have Brooke Reynolds attempting 60 kilos and able to come away with a successful attempt. Next, we're going to have Grace Rummel with 67.5 kilos. Ali Rainey with 77.5. Danielle Resnick with 77.5 as well, all on platform number 2. Stay tuned. Platform number 3, we have Bonnie Triolo attempting 42.5 kilos, lifting in the Masters 3 60 to 69 age group. Some good stability on that bar right before she gets that star command. Easy press and solid rack with a long range of motion there. Vicky Zen on platform number 1, benching her 2nd attempt here. Easy, good press command. And it looks like that's going to be a successful attempt for her. 2-1. You can see Elizabeth Haas telling the spotter, or the person giving her the unrack, what exactly she's wanting, just like we were talking about earlier. She's getting that big arch set up, making sure that her head, shoulders, and buttock all stay in contact with the bench. So that's why she was probably giving that spotter the details that she was looking for. Spotters can sometimes take you out of that arch there, so it's important to communicate what's appropriate or what you're looking for. Hannah Jenny on platform number 1, attempting bench number 2 with 85 kilos on the bar, 187 pounds. Big press for her, and very solid. Platform number 2 has Ali Rainey on it. Kathy Little on platform number 1, attempting her 3rd bench press attempt. Tracy Quast on platform number 4. I love her singlet. It is looking spiffy. Tracy with a... Ooh, just unable to come away with it. Unable to get it off the chest. So you have a transition period from the about middle of the halfway up through the duration of your movement, or through the range of motion of your movement. So it transfers a little bit more pec and tri, or a little bit more pecs to a lot more triceps. And at the very bottom bottom of that range, you also have a heavy load on the latissimus dorsi, or from the lats. If you see bodybuilders, it looks like they have like pizzas, or they look like they're shaped like a pizza. That is what causes that look. It is what's called your latissimus dorsi, or your lats. And those guys play a huge role in stabilizing the shoulder. So these guys you see with a big arch are utilizing those lats pretty aggressively. They're in charge of bringing the arms towards the body. Frida de la Peña on platform number 1, attempting her second bench press and successfully completing it. Platform number 3, we have Christina Voss. Platform number 2, we have Christina Voss, a successful 82.5 kilo press. Laura Sue on platform 3, and Alana McGorick on platform number 4. These are their final benches on platform number 4. Platform number 3, we're going to go ahead and finish off 1, 2, 3, 4 more lifters, and then we're going to be moving on to Flight B.
Yep, going into a lot of these third bench attempts, the judges are really looking at almost how confident you are in it, it would seem, because a lot of times there's some hesitation whenever you're under a heavy load, and judges can almost smell it. I've always had this contention that they can literally tell if you are feeling confident about it, and it has everything to do with how you descend with the bar. And what I've noticed is your judge will give you a much better command, basically more on how you descend the bar. If you descend the bar in a very confident manner, you're more than likely to get a pretty confident press command, because the judge is actually visualizing that you have control of it.
That's an interesting note. One note I always tell my clients, my athletes, is make sure you place the bar where you want it. The bar doesn't control you. You control the bar. So it's about that confidence, I suppose. Where, like, you're placing the bar. The bar isn't just dangling down there. You are taking that guy by its reins, if you will.
Yep. And then as a judge, your goal is to actually visualize that the lifter has achieved a lift. So in order for a lifter to achieve a lift, they have to successfully complete it, and part of that is actually the execution as to how it is done. That's actually the standard that USAPL has held so high for so many years, is they hold their lifters to, I would say, easily the highest standard of lifting.
We have Gino here announcing on platform number 4. You can see him dressed as Elvis. We have Suzanne Hartwick Gary attempting an American record attempt of 75 and a half kilos on the bar. Again, she's
gonna smoke it.
Pro lifter here. And you are correct.
Yep, but quite easy for an American attempt.
And all white lights, you are correct. Lorraine Luna on platform number 3, Karen Joy on platform 2, and Linda on platform 1. Karen with a nice bench over there. She is with opening at 87 and a half kilos. Seems that we have started our second flight on platform 2. Platform 1, 3, and 4 will be catching up here very soon. When we get closer to these third attempts, you'll see more lifters failing their attempts, unfortunately, and it's just making sure that you can call the right number. So right now we have somebody taking Queen Zai Li is going to be taking 80 kilos attempted 80 kilos on the bar. Vicky Zen on platform 1 attempting 85 kilos on the bar. Charissa on platform number 3 unfortunately did not come away with that movement for the day. Ashley Haffenbrack on platform number 4, educating her handoff individual.
Yep, pretty long deliberation, especially in those shirts. You have to load the shirt almost like you're almost pressurizing a system in a sense, and if the handoff is not directly in line with where that shirt is going to provide you power, it actually renders you almost raw. So you're left completely powerless. So that handoff can actually be the difference between getting something and not getting something.
I like that analogy, pressurizing the system. That's a really good analogy. Vicky Zan on platform number 1 attempting 85 kilos. We have had 3 individuals miss. Now 4 on platform number 1. Brooke Reynolds on platform number 2 attempting 67.5 kilos for her second attempt on her bench press. That platform is moving quickly. Platform number 3 is starting their attempts as well on their second flight. 55 kilos for Julie Adams. Karen Baldwin on platform number 4, attempting 37.5 kilos and starting us off on flight number 2. Hannah Jennings with 87.5 kilos. A big bench to end off the day here. Let's see if she can come away with it. We have had 1 successful attempt on the 3rd attempts for platform 1. So let's see if we can have more than just 1. Very nice, Hannah. Let's see what the judges say. And all white lights for her. Very nice. She completed 87.5 kilos. Next we have Jessica attempting 95. And then Frida de la Peña 97.5. And May Argrill Siegel with 102.5 kilos. On platform number 2 we have Grace Rummel attempting 72.5 kilos for her second attempt. We have not had any misses for platforms number 2's openers or second attempts yet. Good job to those coaches or to those athletes who are selecting their own numbers. Platform number 3, we have Serena Arave. And easy bench for her there. Frida de la Peña on platform number 1. Platform number 3, we have Kimberly Sparks attempting 52.5 kilos. A good unrack. Finding stability in that bar is important, and then finding stability on the chest is what provides the press command. A little up and down movement from Kimberly on platform number 4. Let's see what the judges say. And 2-1, there was that ever so slight drop in the bar. Allie Rainey on platform number 2 with a successful attempt there. What looked like a successful attempt. That was correct. And Frida de la Peña over here going to go ahead and complete her 3rd attempt on bench at 97.5 kilos and just unable to come away with it today. Good job from the spotters and loaders. Jennifer Soder on platform number 3 with 67.5 kilos with an opening bench. Judy is up again with another American record attempt at 58 kilos on the bar. So whenever we're setting American records, you can use the quarter kilo plates or the record plates. And so these guys weigh 1 pound or half a pound each or 1 pound total. So that's why you'll see an odd number like 58 kilos. The record is probably something like 56 or something along those lines, 57, and she's going to chip it. That's what it's called. And so she's now going to attempt 58 kilos. And just like David was saying early, Amy is coming around from the back and swooping herself in to get that arch she's looking for. Easy opening attempt for Judy, setting a new American record.
So with some of these American records, you'll see how much they chip it by. They're allowed to chip it by a 0.5 kilo on each side, which is 1 total kilo on each side, but they can even go as low as 0.25 kilos on each side, which is a total of 0.5 kilos. So they can chip it by a total of a pound, and so those chips are in 0.5 and 0.25. So you're able to actually chip things multiple times, and you'll actually sometimes see it in some sessions where you'll see a chip and the next person will actually chip again. And it can go back and forth, actually.
That's the fun of powerlifting.
It is.
Christina Voss on platform number 2, attempting 90 kilos on the bar. And platform number 3, Rebecca Holland with 72.5 kilos, 169 pounds on the bar for her there. Platform number 3, Crystal was able to come away with a solid opening attempt with 65 kilos on the bar.
You'll see a lot of these larger arch bench presses. They will actually lock their elbows entirely while setting up because it actually allows them to get the maximum height on their bench before unracking it, so they can actually know the true distance of where things are.
That's a good note. Kaylee Loriega on platform number 3, bench 1, again lifting for Texas Strength Systems. Like to thank our sponsors Rogue, SBD, A7, and both Prime and Virus and RP. RP provides some nutritional benefits. They have their own app, and you can look them up on their website. They offer some really awesome advice for your everyday health and fitness, as well as competitive powerlifters. Martha was able to come away with all white lights on her second attempt on bench, and Skyley Sears with attempting 105 kilos or 231 pounds on platform number 3. Platform number 1 was able to come away with a successful bench day, and they're now taking 10 minutes until they get to their next movement, the deadlift. You can see Robert Graham talking to his team of athletes, or his team of spotters and loaders, telling them exactly what to look for, maybe congratulating them, just being an overall team player there. Tiara Howard, platform number 2, and Skyley Sears with a successful attempt on platform number 3. Next following her is going to be Stacy Metcalf with 47.5 kilos, taking us to the very top of the second attempts for flight number 2. Platform number 3, we have Michelle Moe with a self-unrack lifting in the A7 singlet. All white lights for her there. Good job. Tiara Howard on platform number 2 with a nice bench of 65 kilos, more than her body weight, guys. Stacy has 30 seconds to get that press command after she gets set up. Should be enough time depending on her setup. And I was right. So she has 15 seconds remaining and unable to complete that movement there. 7.5 minutes for platform number 1, Brooke Reynolds on platform number 2. You can see these our spotters and loaders, they will consistently wipe down the benches and the platforms and make sure that there can be a point where there's too much chalk. It becomes slippery, and also the sweat and all those sorts of things. So these guys do a good job of routinely cleaning the bars and also cleaning the bench. Julie Adams on platform number 2, Brooke on platform number 2, Julie on platform 3, and Karen Baldwin on platform 4. Brooke with what looks like a successful attempt over there, and same thing for Julie. Good job, guys. Look at that. Karen with a solid second attempt there. We'll see what kind of jump she makes. I would probably say about 2.5, maybe a 5 kilo if she's really feeling it, but most likely a 2.5 kilo jump there for her. Grace Rummel, platform number 2, attempting 77.5 kilos, wearing an SBD singlet. Jennifer Stodder, platform 3. 40 seconds remaining to get the press command, which is more than enough time. After her, we have Serena Arabe with the same weight on the bar. One blue, a 2.5, and a 1.25 kilo plate. Tammy Remsberg going ahead and making sure she complete that lockout all the way. She can. And a solid attempt for her there. Kimberly Sparks on platform number 4 with 52.5 kilos on the bar. Serena Arabe, platform number 3 with Elvis right in front of her, 72.5 kilos. Ali Rainey on platform number 2 with 85 kilos on the bar. And it looks like all of our ladies are going to come away with... Actually, no. We have one lady with a successful attempt and one lady without a successful attempt there. 2 ladies. Judy, platform number 4, setting another American record attempt. And Amy. She needs to leave some for everybody else, these American records here. Danielle Resnick, platform 2. No wrist wraps, no knee wraps, or no knee sleeves. Talk about raw lifting.
Raw as it gets.
A solid bench for Amy Mason on platform number 3 for her second attempt. She has another, at least I would say 7.5 kilos on the bar, maybe 5, but I would say a safe bet is probably 5 kilos on the bar for her there. A huge attempt there for Judy, but unfortunately unable to come away with it this time around. She does have one more attempt. On attempt number 3, we shall see if she can come back and hit it, or if she's going to just go ahead and veto that third attempt. Gabriella on platform number 2. 87.5 kilos on the bar, 192 pounds. A big bench. Rebecca Holland on platform number 3, attempting 77.5 kilos on the bar, 170 pounds. Next after her, we have Kaylee Longoria with the same weight on the bar, and there's a little bit of up and down movement on that bar for Rebecca. We'll see if they catch it, and they do. Christina Voss is next on platform number 2. Platform 4, we have Angela Cellini. Platform 4, Angela Cellini. Platform 3, Kaylee Loriega. And platform number 2, Christina Voss. A big arch from Kaylee. Huge setup here. She is attempting to bench 170 pounds for her second attempt. Unfortunately, Christina was unable to come away with her third press, but I believe she got 2, so she's not doing too bad. Moving on to the deadlift for her. Skyley Sears back on the bench for her second attempt here. Skyley is going to go ahead and attempt 112.5 kilos. That is a 7.5 kilo jump from her last attempt. So she went from 105 to 112. A big jump, but she is in gear, and so something you're going to see a little more often for these athletes. 67.5 kilos on the bar for... Oops, my app is uploading or updating. So we have 70 kilos on the bar from Michelle Moe, 72.5 on the bar for Anita Shear after that, and then Melissa Mitchell for 85 kilos on the bar. We had some up and down movement on the bar for platform number 3, but able to come away with a successful attempt. Platform number 2, we have Karen Joy. We have 1 minute until platform number 1 begins with deadlift. An unsuccessful attempt for Michelle Moe. But that's okay. She's in the meet. She already got her first attempt at 67.5. She made a 2.5 kilo jump and just was unable to come away with it this time around. Platform number 4 has Anita Shears attempting 72.5 kilos, and after her Melissa Mitchell with 85 kilos on the bar. Platform number 3, Stacy was unable to come away with a successful attempt, unfortunately. Next we have Julie Adams and then Jennifer Stodder, 62.5 kilos on the bar for Julie and 75 kilos for Jennifer. Platform number 2 has come to an end with bench attempts, and they have a 10-minute timer before they go ahead and start their deadlifts. It seems like a fairly successful day for most of our athletes here on platform number 2's bench. Tiara Howard came away with a huge 65 kilo bench, 77.5 kilo bench for Grace Rummel, 85 for Danielle Resnick, and overall, I mean, some huge benches out here. Martha came away with 97.5 kilos, weighing in the 60 kilo weight class. I mean, just huge numbers out here today, guys. Platform number 1 is going to go ahead and get started with Michelle Lynn, opening at 145 kilos or 319 pounds on the bar. We have Jennifer Stodder on platform 3, Tiara on platform 2, which we are waiting for, and then platform 4 with Karen Baldwin, taking her 3rd attempt at the top of the flight here. And if she's able to come away with this attempt, it looks like there was some up and down movement on the bar, so probably not going to come away with it either way. And that was that there. Good attempt for her. Kimberly Sparks on platform number 4, and then Jennifer Stodder with platform number 3. Those elbows flared a little fast. We're okay with some elbow flare whenever we're benching, but too fast, too soon, takes the triceps out and is not ideal.
Yep, absolutely agree. A wise man once said, where your elbows flare, that's where your sticking point is.
That's a wise man. Platform number 1, waiting for Michelle Lynn to approach the bar to complete her attempt. And it seems like they are calling her forward. Platform number 3 has Serena Arave on it, and she is going to be attempting 75 kilos. Tammy on platform number 4, and a successful attempt on platform number 3 for Miss Serena Arave. Rebecca Holland on platform number 3, platform number 4 with Tammy. I saw a little foot slide from Tammy on the left foot, but doesn't matter either way. Unable to come away with that bar today. Maybe next time. Judy back on the bar to reattempt her 2nd attempt. 60.5 kilos. She has chipped it by a quarter kilo on each side to attempt a new American record. Rebecca, which seems like a solid 3rd attempt bench there. Amy Mason following her. And then we only have Kaylee Longoria and Skyley Sears on platform number 3. We're going to be done with bench for those athletes. Platform 1, we have Megan Holbert with an easy 150 kilos on the bar. She is doing a conventional stance versus a sumo. So sumo is a little bit wider versus conventional. David, can you elaborate on a conventional versus a sumo for us, please?
Oh, absolutely. So they're both deadlifts. In powerlifting, we are allowed to do absolutely anything as long as our hips and our knees finish, which means that they simply lock out. the conventional deadlift and the sumo deadlift both have the same amount of actual muscle activation, except for how the bar is initiated off the floor is a little bit different. So you will actually feel a lot more activation in your glutes, hamstrings, and back, which also known as the posterior chain, in the conventional deadlift, whereas initiating off the floor you will feel a lot more hips, which would be the sides of your glutes and the sides of your quads on the sumo deadlift. So the muscles used are actually the same, but you will feel drastically different, but that is because that is the action off the floor that you are feeling.
Rebecca with a solid deadlift, and before she even completed her or started her attempt, she gave us a quick smile to the camera, says hi to mom. Hi, mom. Kaylin Longoria, and unable to come away with that attempt, unfortunately, but good job from the spotters there. Lauren Harriman on platform number 1, attempting 170 kilos in the bar. She is using the conventional style deadlift.
It's always interesting to see the different kinds of footwear that these lifters use for their deadlifts. Bench is less interesting, deadlift's a lot more interesting.
There's some wild stuff out there. It's kind of fun to see.
Definitely. And socks as well.
The socks are the best. You have to have good socks.
Yeah, as weird as it sounds, I actually, when I go to nationals, I try my best to just blend in as much as possible so the judges don't remember me. But definitely a style points for sure. I'm usually just rocking as black as it gets, just black everything.
That's fair. Elaine Chen on platform number 1 with 175 kilos in the bar. I'm not sure. I think I wear whatever I have, I guess. I don't really pay too much attention.
Oh, absolutely.
I have my Texas, my Team USA singlet, and that kind of stands out a little bit.
It's crazy. Actually, lately, I've actually seen people have different singlets for each lift. So they'll actually get a looser singlet for their sumo, and they want a tighter singlet for squats.
Interesting.
I'm actually one of those people, but it's definitely not a uncommon thing these days to see someone check in up to even 3 singlets, which is wild.
That is insane. So let's go ahead and look back at platform number 3, how people finished off the day for bench. It's looking like, if this thing goes ahead and reloads for me, we shall see where we're at here. So Skyley was unable to come away with a successful 115 attempt for her bench, unfortunately, but we'll see if she's able to make up for it in the deadlifts. Helena Wu on platform number 1, Teresa St. Fort on platform number 2. Platform number 2 does have some time here still. Platform number 4, we have Anita Shear almost coming away with that. Able to get it off their chest, but just not quite finish out the movement. Another American record attempt. This is Melissa Mitchell attempting 88 kilos on the bar. She lifts for Team Sam Strong. So she is competing with them, and she is in the Masters 2 50 to 59 weight class. Make some noise, even if at home. Let's see, Melissa, you got this. Good press command there. And solid attempt for her. Coming away with an American record is always a good feeling. We have Michelle Lynn on platform number 1. Attempting 152.5 kilos and making it look like butter for her second attempt. USA Powerlifting Training. We have our own app on USA Powerlifting. You can download it. It gives you all sorts of feedback. Some of the best programming in the game. Barbellproductions.com is giving us these awesome videos in between our movements. I mean, you can see Russ Swole, if you will, over here on platform number 4, as we have our transition states, man, just quality movements here. Quality cinematography, I should say. Platform number 1, we have Amber Joy Gibson approaching that bar with some aggression here. Very confident as she approaches this bar. She's deadlifting 170 kilos or 374 pounds, making it look nice and smooth. 2.5 minutes, and platform number 2 will get started. Megan Holbert on platform number 1 with, again, 170 kilos on the bar. A 2.5 kilo jump after that with Rebecca Nunes. 172.5 kilos for her. Just like you were saying about the shoes, this is an interesting pair of shoes to be wearing on the deadlift platform. Typically, we see the flattest shoe possible, and these kind of look like sneakers. I'm not exactly sure if they are sneakers, but the reason for that is there's less... With these traditional sneakers, there's a lot of instability because there's so much cushion. The foot can kind of wobble back and forth laterally, and also not horizontally, but vertically.
Yep, a lot of these shoes are actually like regular shoes have foam underneath them, and whenever you're lifting a large amount of weight, that foam actually can compress. So if you sense a delay off the floor and you're using shoes with foam, it is very possible that the foam is actually compressing before it gets, of course, compressed, and then the bar would actually leave the ground.
Lauren Harriman with 175 kilos on the bar. A big deadlift for a 56 kilo lifter. 175, and she is weighing in 56 kilos.
I have a really bad feeling about platform 1. I'm like sensing a lot of deadlifts are going to get really sticky around the knees on these third attempts.
We shall see. Lauren with a good second attempt. She's going to have a little bit less movement for her third attempt. You know, she's looking for maybe a 2.5 to 5 kilo jump here, and sometimes I don't know if that 2.5 kilo jump is really worth it unless you're really going for that first or second spot. But so at that point, you might as well just go for a 5 to 7.5 and give it your best.
Yeah.
Elaine Chen on platform number 1, zoning in.
Yep, so for a lot of these lifters, since this is the non-primetime session, even the first to possibly even third place lifters have a chance to actually podium if some of these lifters in the primetime session do not do as well as they're projected to. So a lot of these lifters are actually trying to get as good of a spot in the early session to be able to possibly actually place still.
Tierra St. Ford started us off on platform number 2 with an easy second attempt, or first attempt there, with 130 kilos on the bar, 286 pounds, making it look like butter. Aviel Liu, platform number 1 with 185 kilos on the bar, 407 pounds. Here we go. Very easy second attempt. She has a lot of room for that third attempt. Mero Rosenfeld on platform number 2. An opening of 142.5 kilos or 314 pounds, 3 plates on the bar, something a lot of men can't do at the gym. And look at this, she's going to make it look clean. Very nice. We have an American record attempt for Helena Wu, who's been smashing it all day today. Let's go and see you, Helena. She is lifting in the open category and attempting 193 kilos or 425 pounds. Well executed deadlift. We're going to see about those hips, see if she gets a red card for the hips, and she does for the right side judge, but 2-1, she came away with an American record today. She can go and enjoy Vegas.
Yeah, you can tell his coach or her coach Brad was very, very surprised by that, but very, very excited at the same time.
You know, sometimes as coaches we recognize, oh no, maybe not, and then we get surprised. Oh hey,
Like,
okay,
wow,
we'll come away with it.
That was good.
Yeah. Rose Wong on platform 2 with 145 kilos in the bar, 319 pounds, 145 kilos, and very nice. We can see our head judge here and how we have the hand up until they give a down command. And the down command, it needs to be both verbal and visual. Michelle Lynn with a nice third attempt with 160 kilos. Let's see. And yes, came away with 3 white lights. Jacqueline De Luna on platform number 2, 150 kilos on the bar, 331 pounds, 330.69. We round that guy up to 331 pounds. Let's see. For an opening attempt, this should be like butter as well. And it was. Look at that. Amber Joyce Gibson on platform number 1, attempting 175 kilos on the bar, 3 reds or 386 pounds. A little shaky after the knee.
Nope.
And let's see if she's able to lock out the hips and the knees. And she was. That's a successful attempt for her. Megan Holbert on platform number 1 and Brianna Lenoy on platform number 2. We're still going through our openers on platform number 2, so all of these guys should be pretty easy for the most part, unless something is just feeling a little weird today or somebody's a little extra fatigued. In 30 seconds, we're going to get started on platform number 3 with Bonnie attempting 80 kilos on the bar for her opener. Megan able to come away with it. It looks like it might be slipping from the hands. Not sure she was able to get the down command, and she was not. It's a failed attempt for her there, but really quite a solid attempt for her.
Yep, definitely feel for her with she has shorter arms, so she gets where everyone else locks out, and she still has a good 8 inches to go, and that is what I call the plight of the short-armed deadlifter.
Joel Patino over here on platform number 2, attempting 160 kilos, and Rebecca Nunes on platform number 1 with 177.5 kilos.
At the knees.
And doesn't look like she's going to able to come away with that. And here we go. We're about to get started on platform number 3. You can tune in on liftingcast.com to check and follow us, and you can see the scorecards. You can look ahead. You can see who's in what weight class, what they weighed in at. Some of these athletes, maybe not in this specific session here, but when you get to primetime sessions, we look at even the minuscule weights that people weigh in at. Because if I have a tie and I have one individual weighing less than the other, the person who weighs less is the person who will come away with the victory. It also affects the DOTS points that we have in USAPL, and that is just a pound for pound equalizer, and gender as well. Platform number 1, we have Lauren Harriman attempting her 3rd deadlift at 182.5 kilos. We're going to be seeing another American record attempt here coming up soon. Tersa St. Ford on platform 2.
Yep, explosive deadlift.
Very nice. She's now able to lock it out, it seems. Or unable to follow the commands.
Looking looking solid, but she's grabbing that left arm after.
Rose Wong on platform 2, already ready, waiting for the spotters and loaders to get the weight loaded for her, and coming up here with some confidence for 152.5 kilos, or 336.2 pounds. Elaine Chen, deadlift number 3, lifting for performance. If she's successful, she'll move from 7th to 6th place. She needs this attempt here, and little shaky, and unable to come away. You can tell she's upset, but as we all would be.
Definitely a good fight, though. Just lost him at the knees.
Mero Rosenfeld on platform number 2, 155 kilos on the bar, 341 pounds. We have Avelia Liu, who is attempting 192.5 kilos, 424 pounds. If she's successful, she will stay in first place, securing her first place spot. Platform number 4 is starting with Annette Kemper. Antoinette. And Dee Dee on platform number 3 with 95 kilos on the bar, or 1 red and a green, and is successful. And a successful attempt for Avelia on platform number 1. Jacqueline De Luna attempting 160 kilos on the bar. We have an American record attempt on platform number 1 with Helena Wu, 201 kilos, 443 pounds. If she's successful, she will stay in 5th place. Jacqueline De Luna was able to come away with a successful attempt on platform 2. Platform 3, Melinda French, also successful in her attempt. Riley Stewart on platform number 4, and Helena Wu. Here we go.
Yep, Helena's second pull looked pretty good. This one's going to be just a little sluggish off the floor, but if she gets it off the floor, it's over.
Yes, that's there. She's got that. Let's see what the judges say. And it is a good lift. She is now an American record holder. Good for her. What an exciting time. Go eat some good meals.
Brad, the proud coach.
Becca Dyson on platform number 3. Getting in the zone. 2 reds and a 5 for her opening attempt at 135 kilos on the bar. Platform number 4, Alana McGorick was able to complete her attempt at 132.5 kilos. All white lights for her. Starting off at the top with first attempts here on platform number 1 with Vicky Zen. Charlissa on platform number 3, and Jodelle Patino on platform 2 with a successful second attempt. Easy attempt for Megan Schilling on platform 4. Next, we're going to have Qing Zai Li on platform 1. Semra will be attempting 170 kilos on platform 2. We're going to need some caffeine here in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm definitely needing some caffeine. For sure.
Quinn Ann Wynn on platform number 3 with 150 kilos on the bar. Ashley Haffenbrack on platform number 4, and Linda on platform 1.
You'll notice for a lot of these second and third deadlifts, there will be a request to wipe the bar down, not only brushing the bar down, but also wiping the smooth. A lot of that is due to the fact that you will notice a lot of these lifters put their hands on the smooth. So if there's chalk on the smooth, you're likely to lose it if there is an issue.
Linda was with a successfully easy attempt at 162.5 kilos on the bar there for her. Laura Sue on platform 3, and Tara Thomas with a fat deadlift of 391 pounds on the bar for her. Suzanne Hartwick Gary on platform 4, attempting 145 kilos. Laura making it look easy out there. Lorraine to follow. Jessica on platform 1. Tersa starting us back off on platform 2.
Susie with her classic deadlift routine. It's been the same, I think, for, I don't know, maybe going on 5-6 years.
Consistency is key.
It is.
Jessica with an easy attempt with 170 kilos is a good opener. Lorraine Luna on platform 3.
Gonna see if Tersa can get this third one. Grabbing her left arm last time, so possibly, yeah. Nope.
Unable to come away with it, but a successful day overall, it seemed, for her today. May Angeli Seguil on platform number 1 with an easy opener of 172.5 kilos. Bonnie Triolo, platform 3, attempting 87.5 kilos. Seems like there's some confusion there on platform 1. They're going to get that settled out. There may have been a misload or something, but coach is coming out to get an idea of what exactly is going on.
Yep, and when an error occurs and it is not the lifter's fault, then their time is not taken from them, but if there is an error made by the lifter, then that is on their minute.
Mero with a successful attempt on platform number 2. Platform number 3 has Kathy Little attempting 92.5 kilos for her second attempt, and Antoinette Kemper on platform number 4 attempting 130 kilos. Hannah completing 172 kilos, getting all white lights on the bar for her. Very good set of lifters right now. Next is going to be Dee Dee. Platform 3, Tracy Quast on platform 4, Frida La Peña on platform 1, and Rose Wong on platform 2. Katsavis, I believe is how you say that last name. I've been avoiding it, but Didi Katsavis, I believe. Katsavis. Tracy with a very good attempt on platform number 4. Rose Wong with platform number 2 with 20 seconds remaining. Seems like she's not going to be taking that attempt. Yeah, they've already changed the bar, so coach probably came up and told the individuals that she's not going to be taking that attempt. So it gives an extra minute for the next lifter, give him some rest. It's very kind of her to do that. Vicky Zen on platform number 1 with 157.5 kilos on the bar, making that second deadlift look easy. She has a lot of room there. I mean, even up to 7.5 kilos on the bar for her next attempt, I think would be a pretty safe bet for her. Riley Stewart with platform number 4. Some banging socks out there. Look at that. They even match the shoes a little bit. She is attempting 140 kilos, 308 pounds. Becca Dyson with 142.5 kilos, and with team craftsmanship. Some confusion on platform number 2, getting the weights set appropriately for the lifter. Queen Zai Li on platform 1 with 170 kilos, 374 pounds. Here we go. and an easy second attempt deadlift here for her. Next we have Linda Becca with a successful attempt, and Megan with a successful attempt on platform 4. Platform 2, we have Brianna Lenoy attempting 167.5 kilos, 369 pounds. She is lifting with Mustache Fitness and barbell.
Yep, unique style with the toes pointed out greatly.
Look at that. Yep. It's still questionable about the hips, but we'll see what they do.
Yep, able to open up more, but with that more open toe angle, you're going to have balance issues and lockout issues if you're not careful.
Charlissa Eckel with a successful attempt on platform number 3. Jodel Patino on platform 2. Linda on platform 1, attempting her second deadlift with 172.5 kilos.
Yep, Jodel's been fighting a twist all day, and we're going to see if she can fight through her left leg here.
Ashley Haffenbreck on platform 4 and Quinn An Win on platform 3. Let's go, Jodel. A little early lockout of the knees.
Very good, yes.
But overall completed the lift. The right knee seems a little soft, but it's good for the judges. Platform 4 has Suzanne Hartwick Gary attempting an American record of 155 kilos, 155 and a half kilos, which means she is chipping by a quarter kilo to accomplish her national or American record. Jessica Tercero on platform 1, Samara on platform 2, and Quinn Ann Wynn on platform 3. Successful in easy, powerful attempt from Miss Gwyn and Wynn, and Jessica, same thing over there. And now we have Suzanne Hartwick and Samara lifting. National record here for Suzanne, 180 kilos on the bar for Samara. Unable to come away with it, Samara, but Suzanne with an easy American record, making it look easy out there. Lorraine Luna on platform 2, May on platform 1, and makes it look like butter. 2-1 for hips or shoulders or knees.
Yep, looking at all these second and third deadlifts where we're always looking for what's happening off the floor and around the knees.
A big deadlift, an American record attempt on platform number 4. And she came away with it. What an awesome movement for her. Laura Sue. Hannah Jenny on platform 1, attempting 182.5 kilos. Very nice. Was able to come away with a clean movement. That's her second attempt deadlift. We'll see where she's able to go with the third. Gabriella Dardis on platform number 2. Platform 3, we have Laura Sue attempting 374 pounds. Antoinette Kemper on platform 4, attempting 137.5 kilos, 303 pounds. Laura is able to come away with a solid deadlift, and Frida as well. All white lights for both platform number 1 and 3. Platform number 2 is going to be Christina Voss, and platform 4, Antoinette. Still getting set up on platform 4. Having a little bit of fun, it seems, talking to her loaders or spotters. She has plenty of time. She's feeling comfortable, feeling confident. And unable to take it away this time. That's okay. That was her third attempt. She tried her best. Gino giving her a high five. Platform number 1, we have Vicky Zen. Platform 2, we have Martha Salaya. And 3, we have Bonnie Triolo. Vicky able to come away with a solid third attempt deadlift at 170 kilos. And then we have Queen Zai Lee attempting 177.5 kilos. A pretty big separation there, about a 70 kilo separation. Bonnie looks like she's able to come away with a successful attempt there, and she was. Martha.
First truly wide sumo I've seen today, actually.
This is true.
Hook grip fully on the smooth. No problems with grip. Easy opener.
Are you a hook grip guy? A switch grip?
Oh, no, I'm a mixed grip guy. Definitely hooking is not my forte. My thumbs are just so stubby.
Hook grip is just tough.
It is. And the last thing I need as a short arm person is to have more trouble on deadlift.
Kathy Little here on platform number 3, attempting 100 kilos, lifting in the Masters 3 division. And looks like she's going to come away with it pretty easily. Platform number 2 has Karen Joy, and she's going to come away with all 3 white lights. Brooke Reynolds is next. Linda on platform 1. Riley Stewart on platform number 4.
Starting to see a lot of these stances widen. Usually whenever you see a wider stance, you're expecting a lot more action off the floor, so because of the cost. So we will see a lot of expectations off the floor. Narrower stances, you tend to look right around the knees because it will come off the floor quite a bit easier. You're able to use a bit more posterior chain, but usually at the top, our leaks will be around the knees.
Didi with her 3rd attempt at 105 kilos and really grinding it out there. And a solid attempt there. Platform number 4 had Megan. She was unable to come away with her attempts. Grace on platform 2 and May on platform 1. May, if she's successful, she will secure her 3rd place placement. Danielle Resnick up on platform 2. May getting close to the lockout, able to get the hips in there. Looks like a solid attempt. Let's see what the judges say. And 3 white lights for them. Melinda French on platform number 3 with 125 kilos in the bar. Danielle on platform 2 with a very easy opening deadlift, which is the goal. That's what we want. Jessica here on platform number 1 with 190 kilos in the bar, 418 pounds, 3 reds, a white, and a 2.5. She's feeling it, lifting in that A7 singlet.
Yep, slightly concerned with the lockout, but we'll see how this goes.
If she's successful, she will move from 2nd to 1st, and unable to get it off the floor. Just wasn't there today. Allie Rainey on platform number 1 with a solid opening deadlift of 160 pounds or 352.74 pounds. Becca Dyson on platform number 3 and Lynn Plague on platform number 4. American record attempt for her on platform number 4 for Miss Plague. Hannah Jenny on platform 1 with an attempt of 190 kilos in the bar. Tara Howard on platform 2, Becca on platform 3, and Lynn on platform number 4. We got some grinders out here. Let's go, guys. And beautifully done by Becca and by Hannah. She's able to come away with it. She's locked it out, waiting for that down command. Receives it, and let's see what they say. Platform number 2 has all white lights. Platform number 1 has all white lights. Platform number 2 will most likely have all white lights. Let's look for it on platform number 4. Suzanne Hartwick coming out with another American record attempt. Frida de la Peña on platform number 1, attempting 200 kilos or 440 pounds, a massive number for the 60 kilo weight class. Massive deadlift. Charissa Eckel on platform number 3 with 160 kilos on the bar, 352 pounds. Let's see if she can come away with it. And yes, she does. Making it look easy out there. Gabriela Darris on platform number 2 Unfortunately, unable to come away with it, Frida, but that's okay. Really solid attempt there. Gabriella Daris on platform number 2 was able to come away with a solid second attempt deadlift. Platform number 1 is over for the day, it seems. Let's go ahead and focus our attention on platforms 2, 3, and 4. Christina Voss on platform 2. Quinn and Wynn on platform 3, and Patty on platform number 4. 170 kilos in the bar for Patty. Let's see what she can come away with. This is her third attempt deadlift here, and you just gotta lock out those hips. Let's lean back into the posterior chain, into those heels, and make sure you keep hold of that bar. What she was able to do, let's see. Very nice. That secured her first place. Good job.
It's very interesting through this entire session, the amount of narrow sumo, I would call them narrow sumo deadlifts that I've seen today is definitely very interesting.
It is interesting. Now, I've played around with a more narrow sumo. It's like a halvesies, right? Like you're half between conventional and half between sumo.
Right.
Very nice attempt there for Win and Win.
Yeah, it's almost like you're kind of testing your brute strength of sorts, but what I've realized is that not a lot of people can truly get into a wide sumo position, and they've realized that because the hips are so low and they can't afford to get close enough with that mobility. And then combined with the fact that this mobility actually takes a lot of time to build, and it actually takes a lot of time to keep. So if you don't continue to take this stance and lift at that mobility standard, you can actually lose that mobility. So keeping that is actually one of the harder things to do over the years.
It's insane how difficult it is to maintain mobility.
It really is.
Very underrated point.
Because it's wild. We have to get into certain positions to leverage correctly, but at the same time we need our muscles to be maximally tight. So this balance is actually what makes this lifting actually look really good.
That's where you can see a professional, someone who's really focused on their technique, who's taken the years and years to develop their technique, and unique to them, their mobility, their protocols, everything is just, it's very involved.
Absolutely. I think seeing Susie actually in this session is a great example of that. Multi-time champion, multi-time American record holder, basically a total just the best in her class, and the way that she's done that for many years is by what she would call upholding the standard. So
I like it. Grace Rummel on platform number 2, Laura Sue on platform 3, and Tammy Remsberg on platform number 4. Platforms are loaded. Not bases, but platforms. Unable to come away with it this time, Laura, but maybe next time Tammy able to come away with it, what it looks like. Let's see if she got the hips all the way locked out. She is wearing socks with little, not flags on them, but capes on them.
Yeah.
Grace Rummel with a successful second attempt deadlift on platform number 2. Next we have Stacy Metcalf on platform number 3, starting us off with our second flight with 175 kilos in the bar, 165 pounds. Judy back on platform number 4, and Danielle Resnick on platform 2. Judy completing a 122.5 kilo deadlift. That was her opening deadlift. You can see that little excitement there. Super excited. Danielle Resnick on platform 2, going to be attempting 100. Ali Rainey on platform 2, excuse me. And Stacy Metcalf starting us off on platform number 3. An easy opener deadlift over there for Miss Stacy, and Michelle Moe, platform number 4, attempting 127.5 for her opening deadlift. Ali Rainey on platform number 2, attempting her second deadlift of the day, 170 kilos on the bar, 374 pounds. And it looked like it was locked up, but we'll see what the judges say. And 2-1 blue for the deadlift. Kaylee Longoria on platform number 3 with 125 kilos on the bar. She lifts for Texas Strength Systems. She is lifting in the equipped division. And she is not lifting equipped.
Yeah, it looks like she's raw.
Serena Arabe on platform number 3. Tara Howard on platform number 2. Tara's been having a wonderful day today. Let's see if she can close off the day with that same kind of mentality. You can see a little smile on her face. She's excited to be here. We're all excited to be here. Thank you to Rogue, SPD, A7, RP, and Virus for being our sponsors for this meet. And also thank you to Westgate Resort for allowing us to be here and hosting our powerlifting meet in the beautiful and sunny Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps. Gabriella Dardis came away with a successful attempt on her platform. Rebecca Holland up next to finish her, or to begin her deadlift with a 150 kilo opener. Coming to the bar with some confidence, Kimberly Sparks on platform number 4, Gabriella Dardis on platform number 2. Third attempt deadlifts on platform number 2. Very easy for Rebecca on platform 3, a very fast down command. Our head judge on platform number 3 gives fast presses and fast squat commands. I mean, he is just, or she, they are out there killing.
We are liking platform 3.
Yes. We need more judges like that.
Absolutely.
We have Jennifer Stodder attempting 155 kilos on the bar for her opening deadlift with 341 pounds. Next, we have Julie Adams attempting 157.5 kilos on the bar. On platform number 2, we have Christina Voss. Platform number 4, we have Crystal Zarbatani. Close enough. 125 kilos on the bar. And successful. Good job, Tammy. Julie Adams on platform 3. Martha Salaya, unfortunately, a failed attempt on platform number 2. Tammy Remsburg on platform number 4. Julie Adams with a easy 157.5 kilo deadlift attempt there. Martha Salaya on platform number 2 attempting 162.5 kilos.
I'm detecting some pretty heavy deadlifts on platform 3 and 4. Martha's got this though.
We are getting up there.
I'm very positive Martha's got this.
Oh yeah, very nice. Very wide stance on that deadlift. That's more of a traditional sumo style deadlift. Very nice, well executed deadlift. Amy Mason on platform 3 with a huge deadlift of 162.5 kilos, lifting raw masters and raw open. Skyley Sears attempting 175 kilos in the bar on platform 3. Michelle Moe on platform 4. Karen Joy on platform 2. And she was patient with it. You can see Karen, oh gosh. So she was very patient with her at the very bottom, which is something we coach our athletes to do whenever they're a sumo deadlifter. If you can get it off the floor, you can most likely lock it out so long as you're leaning back and using your hips as a lever against that bar. You're most likely able to come away with it. White lights all the way across the board for platform number 4. Skyley Sears is going to be attempting next 175 kilos. She is lifting equipped open and equipped pro. Let's see how she does.
Yeah, I mean, I think I might have actually answered my previous observation, which was these narrower stances. They are quite a bit more consistent, albeit less leveraged, but they have a better chance on the platform of making the lift, because fighting something at the top is a lot easier than fighting something at the very, very bottom or mid-shin for some of these lifters. And getting into that position whenever it gets really heavy is a lot more difficult for them than simply pulling it off the floor with more of their back.
Danielle Resnick on platform number 2, attempting 172.5 kilos or 380 pounds, going to Anita Shear over here. She attempted a certain weight and was able to come away with all 3 white lights. I was unable to see what the weight was. Danielle not able to come away with hers. Stacy Metcalf able to lock hers out, very patient off the floor, and an aggressive lockout, very confident walking away from that one. Allie Rainey on platform 2, Kaylee Longoria on platform 3, and Karen Baldwin for platform 4. Remember, guys, after this, we do have another session starting off at 6 PSC or 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Make sure you tune in. Follow us on USAPL on Instagram or at Ben Nevadis on Instagram. Give us a shout. Give us some questions. We're happy to answer anything you guys shoot at us. Thank you all for tuning in again. Thank you to SBD. Thank you to Rogue, A7, RP, and Virus. Kaylee Longoria with a successful attempt on her 130 kilo deadlift. Allie Rainey on platform number 2, unable to come away with hers. And Kimberly Sparks on platform number 4. Third attempt deadlifts coming up here on platform number 2 and 4. Platform number 3 still on second attempts. Serena Arave is next on platform number 3 with 155 kilos on the bar. Grace Rummel with 177 kilos on the bar. Crystal is next on platform number 3. The individual before that did not get their attempt. All 3 red lights, unfortunately. And here at the end of the meet, a lot of these athletes are at an extreme neuromuscular fatigue. It has been a long day for a lot of these athletes. They weighed in just 2 hours before competing, which means they probably didn't get to eat breakfast. A lot of these guys, a lot of them are cutting weight to make sure that they stay in the weight class that they want to be in. Or your more experienced lifters are ideally already at their weight whenever, like they know their weight whenever they're going to be weighing in, so they're more comfortable with eating and things beforehand. We have all white lights on platform number 3. Platform number 2 has Grace Rummel attempting 177.5 kilos. Let's see how she does. If she's successful, she'll jump 3 spots from 14th to 11th place. Quite a big jump here for her. And look at her go. That is a very solid attempt. 2-1, and she's in. Rebecca with a solid deadlift attempt there as well. 3 white lights. Judy on platform number 4. A little bit of kyphosis, but she's able to get it to the knees. Can she finish out? No, she cannot. Maybe next time. Tiara Howard on platform 2 with 192 kilos on the bar, 424 pounds, guys. An insane deadlift from a 60 kilo.
Yep, if she can keep her knees out on this one, that's been her problem all day, is ability off the floor at keeping her knees from buckling in.
And is she able to... Oh, I saw a little bit of downward movement of the bar. Let's see if the judges catch it. Most likely they will. And they did. Solid attempt for a training PR, but not a meet PR for her today. Michelle Moe on platform number 4, attempting 142.5 kilos, 314 pounds. Jennifer Stodder on platform number 3, 165 kilos on the bar. We have Amy Mason taking a next attempt after Jennifer over here on platform number 3. Platform number 4, we have Michelle Moe with an easy lockout for her third attempt. Very conservative is what it looked like. Amy Mason on platform number 3. Melissa Michelle on platform number 4. Ladies are coming to a close here. What a beautiful day for all of the ladies out here. And thank you all again for tuning in. Amy, here we go. 170 kilos on the bar. And Melissa with a solid 150 kilos. Can she get the down command? Were the hips locked out? Let's see. Yes, they were. And Amy as well. Skyley Sears on platform number 2 with 182.5 kilos in the bar. Anita with 155 kilos in the bar. 341 pounds for platform 4. 402 pounds for platform 3. Let's see some big movements here. Very nice. Good solid attempt for Anita over there on platform number 4. Solid attempt. And she was a final lifter in that, on that platform. Skyley was being very patient off the ground, just wasn't there today. Stacy Metcalf starting us off all the way to the very top for deadlift number 3. We have 92.5 kilos on the bar here, 203.93 pounds. Make sure you guys go ahead and follow Two White Lights. The podcast is found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find it. Two White Lights, the Ben Nevadas podcast. We are here to help you in your growth, your success in life, in powerlifting, any avenue that you decide to travel in. Stacy Metcalf, here we go. Able to break it off the ground. Can she finish off the movement? Hips towards the sky, and she is able to complete the movement. Got the down command. Let's see, and 3 white lights for her. Kaylee Loriega on platform number 3. We are down to 1 final platform here and 1 final set of attempts. Third attempts done on platform number 3, and we will be completed with our session for this afternoon. Kaylee Loriega, 132.5 kilos, 292 kilos in the bar. Texas Strength Systems with Wes Zunker out of San Antonio, Texas. Women's equipped 60 kilo weight class. If she is successful, she will secure her spot in 2nd place. She's able to break it off the ground, complete the movement. Very nice. I would say that's a solid attempt. A very fast down command from the head judge. And 3 white lights. Make sure you get a picture with Gino before you leave for the weekend. He takes pictures with lots of people. I saw him taking pictures with babies earlier today. Somebody handed over their 2 twin children to Gino to get a picture with him. He is very influential in our sport. Everybody knows Gino. Rebecca Holland with 162.5 kilos on the bar, 368 pounds. Women's Raw Masters 1. Hips rose extremely fast here, but still able to lock it out. Almost becomes a Romanian deadlift, or a straight leg deadlift here. Straight leg deadlift, not
massive
Romanian.
Posterior.
Yeah, massive, exactly. Massively taxing on that posterior chain. Those hamstrings have to do a lot of work. Those are spina erecta or erector spinae have to do a lot of work as well to make sure that the spine stays secure, and the hamstrings have to do a lot of work to make sure that the hips continue to travel, or the chest continue to travel upwards towards a upright position.
Yep, and the wild part about it is that we don't actually, like, we realize that those are the strongest muscles, right? It is actually the act of trying to get the other things to play a part to make it easier on those muscles. So that's actually what allows us to lift the most weight possible, is to give our strongest muscles the best chance to do the most.
That's a very good note there, sir. That's why we have prehab and rehab, right?
Absolutely.
Serena Arave on platform number 3 with 165 kilos, unable to break the ground, but a solid attempt. Julie Adams with platform number 3, the spotters and loaders wiping down the rack, moving the bar out of the center of the platform to make sure that all the stuff being rubbed off is not where the lifter would be standing. Julie Adams, 167.5 kilos in the bar, 369 pounds. Here we go. Really good form here, able to keep a good pace of both the hips and the chest traveling at the same pace. A slow lockout, but a solid lockout.
That was probably the best conventional deadlift I've seen all day.
That was a well executed deadlift.
Very well executed, especially for a third attempt. You see the pace of the bar, and you realize that if you move too fast, you are going to lose it.
And thank you for Gino to show us your rings there. Much appreciated. A lot of nice entertainment for the people watching at home. We'd like to see your face, Gino. Here we go with Jennifer Stodder on platform number 3 with 170 kilos on the bar. 374.79 pounds. Also a very good job of keeping the hips and the chest moving at the same pace. Really good job by Jennifer. All 3 white lights. A solid third attempt deadlift for her there. Amy Mason up next with 175 kilos on the bar. 386 pounds. If she's successful here, she will stay in first place. A quick wipe down. 3 reds or 386 pounds. Traditionally, if you don't have the collars where at your gym, then this would be 375 pounds, which is 3 45-pound plates and a 25 and 5s on each side. Here we go, Amy. Sumo deadlift, switch grip, hips and chest traveling at the same pace, hips and knees all lock out at the same time. Well done by Amy. 3 white lights for her. Skyley Sears, our final lifter for the session. This is her third attempt at 182.5 kilos. 402 pounds. She is lifting equipped. She is both a pro and in the opens. If she is successful, she will stay in first place. I don't believe she was able to break it off the ground her last attempt, so let's hope for the best. Much better than her last attempt. Much cleaner. And let's see it. And 3 white lights. Thank you guys for tuning in with us and watching our second session of the day. Make sure you follow USAPL, Rogue, SBD, A7, RP, and Virus. Follow me on Instagram at Ben Nevares, Nevares, and my podcast, the Ben Nevares Podcast. Thank you all for your time. I will not be back. Best of luck. Thank you, David, for being with me today.
Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely enjoyed talking to this.
Thank y'all, and we shall see you next time.